welcome you to the Buffalo Academy for Visual and Performing Arts and our Black History Month presentation, Black Broadway. The students are excited to bring this to you today. All the departments have been working very hard on bringing this collaboration together. Special shout out to the dance teachers, Ms. Jones, Ms. Swander, Ms. Bates and Brown, for organizing this presentation in the format that it is. Many teachers are involved from all the departments, but at this time, we really need to get started. I'd like you to sit back, relax, and enjoy the presentation.
What Black people have contributed to the theater. I'm proud of what we've done. We've made our mark on Broadway, and we can't be denied.
There's so much information in the show, something we call edutainment. It's not just about putting on a show, it's about making sure that we continue to elevate the minds of this generation and then of generations to come.
Without context, without historical context to sort of look at it through that lens, we immediately rejected it. And I think this has been such an amazing journey for me to understand.
I think it's what makes the material exciting when you go on the journey. And I think that the large idea that Shuffle Along is about is, will I be remembered? Is I came into this world with X amount of equipment and X amount of desires and dreams and frailties, and I try to do the best I can. I believe that the audience can tell when you've discovered something special or unique truth just for them. They can also tell when you're recycling something you discovered on another show. History stepped in and said, thank you, and maybe we'll remember you, and maybe we won't.
This is a part of my history, and I didn't know it.
being a part of this show and being able to pass on this story, knowing how it affects so many people, and knowing how uplifting it is for so many people has been a really inspiring part of my job.
It's such an honor and such a gift to be able to actually exist inside of your dreams. Sons and daughters of the Lord, this is actually the dream. I am living the dream.
Good morning. Welcome to the Buffalo Academy for Visual and Performing Arts. I am Daniel Francis and extremely excited to lead you on this journey we like to call Pivotal Moments in Black Broadway. You are in for an evening of pure entertainment while learning about and experiencing important milestones from Broadway's history. The Art Academy has an impressive morning of work by the best and brightest young people in our community. Together, we have created a show for you that highlights many accomplishments of Black artists. We thank you so much for taking the time to learn and grow with us as we will all share with you some of Broadway's most memorable moments. In honor of Black History Month, we present to you Black Broadway. Now I ask you, please stand for Lift Every Voice.
Lift every voice and sing till earth and heaven ring with the harmonies of liberty. Let our rejoicing rise high as the listening skies. Let it resound loud as the rolling sea. Sing a song full of the faith that the dark past has taught us. Sing a song full of the hope that the present has brought us. Facing the rising sun of our new day begun, let us march on till victory is won. Stony the road we trod, bitter the chaffing rod, felt in the days when all but born had died, felt with the steady beat, have not our will come to a place for which our fathers sighed. We have a way that with tears has been watered. We have come treading our path
Ghetto University, knowledge is all it took. In the tenement, I was listening to the hook.
Change don't come, spirit is never. Okay. When I'm fast up, everybody be shook. Now we doing life like Eddie Murphy and Martin. On the chain gang, I was singing into the coffin. Roaches in the racks, everyone in the cracks. Just blame me, I'm just giving the facts. I'm trying to hit the top, the bottom ain't where it's at. Everybody got a path, but you can never go back. Oh, 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 even if it ain't all it seems, I got a pocket full of dreams. Baby, I'm familiar. Concrete don't go where dreams are made of. There's nothing you can do. Now you're in New York. These streets will make you feel brand new. Big lights will inspire you. Hear it from New York, New York, New York.
Come on. Hey. Yeah, I'm out in Brooklyn. Now I'm down in Tribeca, right next to the river. And I'll be here forever. I'm the new Sinatra. Yeah, since I made it here, I can make it anywhere. Yeah, they love me everywhere. I used to cop in home. All of my Dominican comments right there on the road. Took me back to that McDonald's. Get to my stash by 560 State Street. Catch me in the kitchen like a Simmons whipping pastry. Cruising down A Street, all white laces. Driving so slow for me, haters from Texas. Me on my dad bed stop. Home with that boy Biggie. Now I live on Billboard. And I brought my boys with me. They went up the Tata. Still sipping my tea. Sitting courtside, next to best, give me high five. I be spiked out. I'm a triple referee. Tell by my attitude that I'm most definitely.
It feels like a dream come true. It feels like I'm still dreaming. It feels like a prank. It feels fake. It feels real. It feels awesome. It feels unnerving. It's all the things at once.
Thank you, God,
for this blessing. There is no gift, there is no me without you.
Malia Joy Moon is an American singer and actress known for her work on the stage. She rose to fame for her role of Allie in Alicia Keys' musical Hell's Kitchen. She won a Tony Award for Best Actress in a Musical, a Drama Disc Award, and a Theatre World Award. Malia was born and raised in Franklin Township, New Jersey, where she graduated Franklin High School in 2020. During her studies, she attended theater and singing classes taught by Timothy Walton.
My first musical, which was Wizard of Oz, I got Dorothy. I was like 10 years old or something. It was just like my middle school, like school production, and I just caught the bug. And ever since then, I was like, I'm gonna do every single show that I can at Franklin Township.
Malia almost didn't go for the interview to play Allie in Alicia Keys' musical. Her high school director, Timothy Walton, was the one that eventually pushed her.
And I just kind of felt like I wasn't ready. I felt like I wasn't big enough yet, or I wasn't full enough to pursue something like this.
All in 1 year, she won the Best Actress in a Musical Tony Award, got invited to the Met Gala, appeared on The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon, and also The Today Show. Malia once said in an interview with The Today Show that she hopes to be an inspiration to the new generation of talented young kids and to find someone who believes in them just like her family did. Although Malia Moon's film and TV career has just begun, keep an eye out for this uprising star in upcoming movies and musicals.
Thank you.
He was the first African-American director to win the Best Director of a Musical, as well as the first to win the Best Costume Design in Musical. He won the trophies for The Wiz, another seminal musical that featured an R&B soul score and all-black cast. The Wiz starring Stephanie Mills, Hinton Battle, Tiger Haynes, Ted Ross, Dee Dee Bridgeton, and Andre the Shields won a Tony Award for the Best Musical in 1975. It was a stepping stone for acceptance for all-black cast on the Broadway. The 1975 Broadway production won 7 Tony Awards, including the Best Musical.
The story follows the history and evolution of American R&B music during the 1960s and 1970s through the eyes of a Detroit girl group known as The Dreams and their manipulative record executive. Dreamgirls opened on Broadway in 1981 at the Imperial Theater. The original cast included Jennifer Holliday, Loretta Devine, and Cheryl Lee Ralph. The revival starring Lilius Wright Wynn in 1987. Jennifer Holliday, a leading lady of Broadway in the 80s, is known for her role as Effie in Dreamgirls. She was nominated and won the award for the best performance by an actress in a leading role in a musical. Her rendition of And I Am Telling You I'm Not Going is a signature piece of Holliday's. The musical is nominated for 13 Tony Awards, including the Tony Award for Best Musical.
Hey everybody, I'm sorry I missed rehearsals. I'm feeling much better now. Don't worry, I'll make it. Just go get my dress. Where's my dress? Laurel, Where's my dress?
Well, I'm so nervous. All these harmonies.
Who is she?
Effie, Curtis was supposed to
Love me! Kurt was supposed to love me.
There you are, Effie. I've been looking all over.
I turned my back and found myself out on the line. You could have warned me, but that would have been too kind.
I've been warning you for months to clean up your act. You've been late, you've been mean, giving all kinds of bullshit flack.
That's a lie. That's a lie. It's just I haven't been feeling that well.
Effie, please, stop excusing yourself. You've been late, you've been mean, and getting fat all the time.
Now you lie, I've never been so thin. You lie, cause you're knocking off that piece of think she's better than everybody. She ain't better than anybody. She ain't nothing but common.
Now who you calling common? You self-indulgent, self-absorbed, non-professional.
I'm calling you the common pieces, knock it off.
Now you listen to me, Miss Lane, and I'm the road. See, I put up with you for much too long. I have put up with your bitches. I put up with your maggots, and now you're staying it too. Oh, now when are you two gonna stop all this fighting?
Say, I guess between Dina and me.
Yeah, well, it's between me two. I'm as much a part of this group as anybody else, and I'm tired. I'm tired of all the problems making love.
I always knew you two were together.
What?
Always knew you two were ganging up on me.
She had nothing to do with this change. It was you. It was you. Always thinking of you. Always thinking of you.
I knew you were trouble from the start.
Trouble?
You were real bad trouble from the start.
Curtis, I'm your woman.
But you're getting out now. I'm not building this group to have you tear it apart. Go ahead and red and screaming. So don't worry, baby. I'll buy you out.
You will never get Curtis. You in this with them 2cc. So they got your black ass too, huh? Oh, I can go further.
I don't wanna stay around this. I'm just breaking into this business. This is between all of you. This is none of my affairs.
Yeah, well, it's between you two now, no sister. This no job is as much as your sin. Look at me. How much did you put out to get in?
Now you watch your mouth, yourself you want. 'Cause I don't take back talk from no second-rate diva who can't sustain.
I'm not feeling well. I've got pain.
Happy we all got pain.
For 7 years I sung with you. I was your sister.
You were our trouble.
And now you're telling me it's all over.
And now we're telling you it's all over.
Well, now I'm telling you, I ain't going.
It's all over.
I ain't going.
It's all over.
And the Oscar goes to
Jennifer Hudson.
Jennifer Hudson's road to the Oscar began at a small church in Chicago where she sang soul-stirring solos in the gospel choir.
Jennifer Hudson was born on September 12, 1981 in Chicago, Illinois, where she would start her career in music and film by singing in a church choir and doing community theater at the age of 7. Her father was absent from her early life, and they couldn't find him until she was 14.
Wow, my
She went to high school at Dunbar Vocational High School and said she was inspired by people like Whitney Houston, Aretha Franklin, and Patti LaBelle. And after college, she would sign her first recording label with Righteous Records in 2004 to make an appearance on American Idol.
Whitney Houston's song is I Have Nothing, coming to you from Jennifer Hudson.
She said she was a singer on a Disney cruise line as her experience. She was titled one of the greatest American Idol contestants of all time, and in 2006, she would receive her first job in film playing Effie White in Dreamgirls. She would win an Academy Award, Golden Globe Award, and an Oscar for her role in the film. She would star in multiple other films such as The Color Purple and A Strange Loop. And in 2009, she would release her debut album, Jennifer Hudson, which won the Grammy for Best R&B Album in 2009. After the release of her first album, she would make an appearance at the Super Bowl 43, singing the national anthem. In 2011, she released her second studio album, I Remember Me. And in 2014, she would release her third studio album, J Hud, which featured people like Timbaland, Red One, Iggy Azalea, and R. Kelly, and also included production from Pharrell Williams. In 2015, she would come back to film, making her first Broadway debut in The Color Purple, and received another Grammy for the Best Musical Theater Album in 2017. She wouldn't receive any awards up until 2021, where she won an Emmy Award for Baba Yaga, a VR interactive story. 1 year later, she would be a producer for the Broadway film A Strange Loop, later to win her first Tony Award. This would make her one of the only people and third African American to be an EGOT recipient, meaning she won an Emmy, Grammy, Oscar, and Tony. 1 year later, she would create her own talk show, The Jennifer Hudson Show, where she would bring multiple very famous people in to talk about their work and their upcoming projects. Jennifer Hudson's latest work is The Gift of Love, her fourth studio album and her first Christmas album, released in 2024, 10 years after her third studio album, and went on to tour from November 24th to December 22nd. Apart from being an EGOT recipient, Jennifer Hudson was inducted into the Hollywood Walk of Fame and was named one of the 100 most influential people in the world by Time. Jennifer Hudson is 43 years old currently and impressively still delivers to this day.
African-American director to win the Best Director of a Musical, as well as the first to win the Best Costume Design in a Musical. He won both trophies for The Wiz, another seminal musical that featured an R&B soul score and an all-black cast. The Wiz, starring Stephanie Mills, Hinton Battle, Tiger Haynes, Ted Ross, Didi Bridgewater, and Andre DeShields won a Tony Award for the Best Musical in 1975. It was a stepping stone for acceptance for all black cast on Broadway. The 1975 Broadway production won 7 Tony Awards, including the Best Musical.
men singing joyfully.
We have a god.
We have a god with us
We have a
today.
god
Yes,
visiting us
Hermes
today.
himself.
Andre DeShields, a very well-known African-American Broadway educator, director, choreographer, lyricist, composer, writer, singer, and actor, who has won a Grammy, an Emmy, and multiple Tony Awards. Born January 12, 1946, and raised in Baltimore, Maryland, Andre would end up attending multiple universities, including Baltimore College, Wilmington College, NYU, and later graduated from the University of Wisconsin in 1970. At the same time, Andre was already starting his acting career. The same year, Andre played the original Wiz in The Wiz on 1970's Broadway, later playing in the 1973 play Warp. The same year, he choreographed Bette Midler's Clams on the Half Shell Broadway show in 1975. He was cast in the title role of The Wiz, the Super Soul musical Wizard of Oz. The play won 7 Tonys. DeShields' fame began to rise, and he saw the influence he could have. Awarded the 1988 Joseph Jefferson Award for Director of Revenue in the Colored Museum, and also in 1995. DeShields went on to create characters in Ain't Misbehavin', The Full Monty, and in 2018, Hadestown, a musical retelling of the myth of Orpheus and Eurydice, in which DeShields played Hermes, the narrator. Hadestown earned DeShields a 2019 Tony Award for Best Actor in a Featured Role. DeShields has appeared on TV many times, most notably Law & Order, Alice in Wonderland, and more. His most recent TV appearance was on Kathy Keene in 2020 and played Chubby. DeShields won his Primetime Emmy Award for Outstanding Individual Achievement for his performance in the 1982 NBC broadcast of Ain't Misbehavin'. Altogether, DeShields was a nominee for 3 Tony Awards, winning Hadestown, being a nominee for Play On, and The Full Monty. DeShields also won a Primetime Emmy Award in Ain't Misbehavin'. and also won the 2020 Grammy Award for Best Musical Theater Album. The top of the mountain is the bottom of the next, so keep climbing. It is a quote from DeShields himself, which reflects what he's doing today. And he is still performing on Broadway after everything he's already done at the age of 79. And also has a podcast called Live from Mount Olympus. Today, DeShields serves as an adjunct professor at Gallatin, last performed in 2020 as Uncle Ben in The Death of a Salesman.
Okay, come on.
3, 4.
So you wanted to meet the wizard. Let me tell you that you come to the right place. Shall I make you a frog or a lizard? You should see the strange expression on your face if the way I come on is frightening. That's the way I felt my coming on today. Have you ever been kissed by lightning? Let me tell you that will make it go away. I fly and the magic of my power takes me higher to a level where the clouds turn into fire. In the warmness of the fire, I feel fine. Just keep your eyes open and the magic you will see. It will whistle on the wind as it emanates from me. It's a strong and true vibration. You can feel it on your skin. So come and take my hand and we will dance up on the wind away. So you wanted to meet the wizard.
And the Tony Award goes to Andre DeShields.
Andre DeShields describes the character of Hermes as a kind of griot, a West African keeper of oral tradition, poetry, and music.
Baltimore, Maryland. Are you in the house? I hope you're watching at home because I am making good on my promise that I would come to New York and become someone you'd be proud to call your name.
Sophisticated Ladies is a musical review based on music and life of Duke Ellington. The musical brings to life the mood, sounds, and culture of the jazz clubs of Harlem. Paired with the ambience of dance, fashion, and fabulous social scene, Sophisticated Ladies was nominated for 8 Tony Awards, including Best Musical and Best Choreography. Winning awards were presented to Hinton Battle for Best Performance by a Featured Actor in the musical, Best Costumes to Willa Kim, and Theater World Award to Phyllis Hyman. Renowned American modern dancer and choreographer Donna McHale is best known for creating socially conscious work during the 1950s and 60s that focuses on expressing the human condition and more specifically the Black experience. His work in Sophisticated Ladies reflects the study of dance styles, relationships to music and social interactions throughout the musical. Versatile dancer and actor Gregory Hines brings his tapping rhythms and suave style to the stage in Sophisticated Ladies. As a triple threat on Broadway, he graced the stage with his acting, singing, and legendary rapping. Dancing, his talent does not only lead him to greatness on a live stage, but also in film, TV, and music. Graceful, powerful, and expressive were just a few ways to describe acclaimed dancer, choreographer, and former artist, actor, Alvin Ailey Dance Company. Judith Jameson. Her ability to transform and show the essence of character made her a strong force on any stage she performed. Artistry and truth were key not only for herself, but as a way for the audience to connect to the message and life she brought to the stage. We now present Duke, Don't Get Around Much Anymore, and Rockin' Rhythm.
Ruby Dee was a black actress powerhouse who led the way for others during Black History Month. Let's explore more about this tiny actress who made such an impact. Ms. Dee was born on October 27, 1922 in Cleveland, Ohio. Her mother left the home when Ms. Dee was young, leaving her father to raise her alone. Her father worked as a waiter and cook to support his family, and his father eventually remarried a school teacher. Eventually, her family would move to Harlem in New York City. She decided at a young age she had ambition and drive for more in the arts and for her education. Ms. Dee studied Romance languages at Hunter College for the Arts, and that ambition led her to the stage where she played in the black groundbreaking play, A Raisin in the Sun. A Raisin in the Sun is important because it was on Broadway in 1959. It was written by Lorraine Hansberry. The play told the story of a family in the slums of Chicago who attempted to improve their lives when their father died and left life insurance to the family. The play deals with racism and housing discrimination because the white neighbors did not want Miss Dee's family, black family, to move into their neighborhood. This role in A Raisin in the Sun was the reason Miss Dee went from the stage to the big screen. Throughout her career, Ms. Dee was a well-sought-out actress for a convincing way of making characters jump right out of the movie screen. Her first role was in The Man of Mine in 1946. People today even talk about how well she played Jackie Robinson's story in the Spike Lee movie. Do the Right Thing. She even won awards for her roles. She would often play many of her roles with her husband, Ossie Davis. He too was a famous black actor. Her talent extended beyond the screen. She was often credited for her dynamic poetry and journalism. She would use her words to help fight for justice. At the time of her career, blacks in America were fighting for their civil rights. She would even use her stature for her cause. Some of the awards that Ms. Dee has won in her career is the National Medals of the Arts in 1995, the Screen Actors Guild Life Achievement Award in 2000, and the Kennedy Center Honors in 2004. She also won an Emmy and Grammy in 2007. She was nominated for Supporting Actress Oscar Award for her portrayal of the mother gangster Frank Lucas in American Gangster. She was an all-around great performer. Her impact, spirit, and message will live on through the arts forever.
What's the matter with you all? I didn't make this world. It was given to me this way. Hell yes! I want me some y'all someday. Yes, I want to hang some pearls around my wife's neck. Ain't she supposed to wear no pearls? Somebody tell me. Tell me what it is decides which woman is supposed to wear pearls in this world. I'll tell you what I am. A man. And I think my wife should wear some pearls in this world.
But how are you going to feel on the inside?
I'm going to feel fine. A man.
You won't have nothing left then, Walter Lee.
I'm going to feel fine, Mama. I'm going to look at that son of a... I'm going to look him in the eyes and I'm going to say, that's your neighborhood out there. You got the right to keep it like you want. You got the right to have it like you want. Just put the check in my hand and the house is yours. And I'm going to say, you people, just put the money in my hand and you won't have to live next to a bunch of stinking Negroes. Maybe I'll get down on my black knees. Captain, Mr. Busman, oh yeah, oh great white father, just give us the money for God's sake so you won't have to live next to a bunch of stinking Negroes. And I'm going to feel fine. Fine. Fine!
That is not America. That is nothing but a toothless rat. You were supposed to be my beginning. You were supposed to be my harvest. How did we get to this here place? Are you mourning your brother? He's no brother of mine. What'd you say? I said that individual in that room is no brother of mine. That's what I thought you said. You feel like you better than he is today? Won't you be on my side for once? You saw what he just did, Mama. You saw him down on his knees. Wasn't it you who taught me to despise any man who do that? Do what he's going to do? Yes, I taught you that. Me and your dad. But I thought I taught you something else too. I thought I taught you to love him. Love him? There's nothing left to love. There is always something left to love. And if you ain't learned that, you ain't learned nothing. Have you cried for that boy today? And I don't mean for yourself and for the family because we lost the money. I mean for him and what he'd been through and what it done to him.
Grandma, the moving men are outside.
Are they? They downstairs? He's here.
Well, I was certainly glad to hear from people. I feel so much simpler than what people let me most of the time. Now, who do I negotiate with? You, Mrs. Younger, or your son? Oh, I'm just getting some newspapers, eh?
Come here, Travis. Go downstairs. No, you stay right here, Travis. And you teach him well like how Willie Harris taught you. You show him where our 5 generations done come to. Go ahead, son, go ahead.
Well, Mr. Linder, my family and I called you over here because we're a very plain people.
Well, yes, Mr. Younger.
I mean, I have worked as a chauffeur for most of my life. And my wife over here, she does domestic work in people's kitchens. So does my mother. I mean, we're very plain people.
Yes, I see, Mr. Younger.
And my father was a laborer most of his life.
Yes, I understand.
And my father here almost been a man of death once because he called him a bad name or something. You know what I mean?
No, I'm afraid I don't.
What I mean to tell you is that we come from people who had a lot of pride. I mean, we are very proud people. And that's my sister over there. And she's going to be a doctor someday. And we are very proud.
That's very nice, but...
What I'm trying to tell you is that we called you over here because this, Travis, come here. This is my son. And he makes the 6th generation of this family in this country. And we have all thought about your offer.
Oh, good.
And we decided that we're going over into our house. Because my father, he earned it for us, brick by brick. Now, we don't want to cause no trouble for nobody or cause any problem with anybody. We have all thought about your offer. We don't want your money.
Well, then I would have to go to you, Mrs. Younger. You're older, you're wiser.
I'm afraid you don't understand. My son said we was going to move and there ain't nothing left for me to say. You know how these young folks are in days, mister. You can't do a thing with them.
What?
Goodbye.
Well, if you're that final about it, I guess there's nothing left for me to say. But I sure hope you people know what you're getting into.
Well, for God's sakes, if the moving men are here, let's get the hell out of here. Let's get the hell out of here. Ain't that the truth? Look at all this here mess. Lord have mercy, where's my plan? Ruth? Yes, Lena? He kind of came to manhood today, didn't he? Kind of like a rainbow after the rain. We have to go.
Now, come on now. These people charge us by the hour, you know.
You go on down, honey. I'll be down soon.
Its Broadway debut in 1964 was an instant smash with Carol Channing in the title role. 3 years later, when ticket sales were starting to slump, producer David Merrick retooled with an entirely black cast that featured Pearl Bailey as the lead. The move was such a success that it landed Bailey on the cover of Life. The reviews for Bailey's and the rest of the crew were glowing, and he also drew the attention of the USA President, Lyndon B. Johnson. In addition to Bailey, this unique production gave greatly increased visibility and high-profile performances opportunities to both seasoned vaudevillains and Cab Calloway and up-and-coming musical theater talents, all of color. Two critics raved that this was a Broadway triumph for the history books, for the somewhat controversial choice to say that only black actors was not without saying this answers. Some went as far as to call it compensating and contrary to the goals of integration that were critical to the civil rights movement at the time. Interestingly, Bailey told Life that when she signed on as Dolly, she was not told anything about the racial composition of the race of the cast. She likewise commented, if anyone was worried about the integration, why didn't they worry about it the first time or the first dollar? Pearl Bailey's stood out performance in the title role of Hello Dolly earned her special Tony Award, and Bailey, accompanied by all the black cast, performed at the 1968 Tony Award ceremony.
You know, a replacement in a Broadway show is not eligible to be nominated for a Tony Award. But if anyone ever deserved a special award, it's Miss Pearl Bailey. So here you are, Pearl.
Not too good at speeches, but once I start, of course, then I never stop. But I must say, I was sitting back then, I thought, if anything wonderful happens in my life, what will I say? And I can always only be honest, horribly honest. I feel so surrounded by love. And if I'm so surrounded by all that, what can I do to tell you, I love you too. I love you very much.
tomorrow will be brighter than those good old days.
Those good old days. Hello, Dolly. Well, hello, Dolly.
I am glad to see you, Hank. Thank your lucky star.
Your lucky star.
You know you are looking great, Stanley. Did you lose some weight? I think you did, Stanley. Dolly's overwhelmed and overjoyed and overpowered.
I hear the
Stop it, golly gee, fellas, find me an empty knee, fellas. Dolly, I'll never go away again.
It's so nice to have you back where you belong. You're looking swell, Dolly. We can tell, Dolly. You're still growing. You're still growing. You're still going strong. I
Wow, fellas. Look at this old girl now, fellas. Dolly, you'll never go away again. No, 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 no.
Viola Davis is an American actor and producer who boasts many accolades, including the Triple Crown of Acting and a distinction of being an EGOT, or one who holds an Emmy, Grammy, Oscar, and Tony Award. She also has been named to Time Magazine's 100 Most Influential People list twice and honored in 2025 with the Cecile B. DeMille Award, an incredible honor. This Juilliard graduate first appeared on Broadway in August Wilson's 7 Guitars, for which she was nominated for a Tony Award, and went on to win 2 Tonys, Best Performance by a Featured Actress in a Play in 2001 for the role of Tanya in King Hedley II, and the 2010 Tony for Best Actress in a Play for the role of Rose in Fences. Tonight, we perform an excerpt from August Wilson's masterpiece, Fences.
I don't know how to tell you this. I can't explain it. It just sort of grows in you until it gets out of hand. It starts off as a little bush, and the next thing you know, it's a whole forest.
But, Troy, what is he talking about?
I'm talking to him. Let me talk. I'm trying to figure out how to tell you. I'm gonna be a dad. I'm gonna be somebody's dad.
Troy, you're not telling me this. You're gonna be what?
Okay, Rose, now, see.
You're gonna be someone's daddy? You telling your wife this? I have to wait 18 years for something like this? Ain't nothing you can say, Troy. Ain't no way of explaining that. Why, Troy? Why? After all these years, you come dragging this into me now. It don't make no sense for your age. I would have expected this 10 or 15 years ago, but not now.
Age ain't got nothing to do with it, Rose.
I done tried to be everything that a wife should be. Everything that a wife could be. Been married 18 years. I get to live to see the day you tell me you've been messing with another woman and done father a child by her? And you know, I ain't never wanted no half nothing in my family. My whole family is half. Everybody got different fathers and mothers. My 2 sisters and my brother. Can't hardly tell who's who. Can't never sit down and talk about Papa and Mama. It's always your Papa and your Mama, and your Papa and my Mama.
Rose, stop it now.
I ain't never wanted that for none of my children. Now you want to bring your behind here and tell me something like this?
I can't just get rid of it now. It's done with. I can't just wish the circumstance of the thing away.
And you don't want to either. Maybe you want to wish me my boy away. Maybe that's what you want. Well, you can't wish us away. I got 18 years of my life invested in you. You ought to have stayed upstairs in my bed where you belong.
Okay, Rose, listen to me. We can get a handle on this, and we can talk it out and come to an understanding.
All of a sudden, it's we. We should have came to an understanding before you started to make a damn fool of yourself. You're a day late and $1 short when it comes to an understanding with me.
It's just she gives me a different idea, a different understanding about myself. I can step out of this house and not have to worry about any of the pressures, the problems, be a different man. I don't have to worry about when I'm gonna pay the bills or get the roof fixed. I can just be a part of myself that I ain't ever been.
What I want to know is, do you plan to continue seeing her? That is all you can say to me.
I can go to her house and laugh. Do you understand that? I can laugh out loud, and it feels good. It reaches all the way to the bottom of my shoes. I can't give that up. I can't.
Well, maybe you ought to go down there with her. If she's a better woman than me.
This ain't about nobody being a better woman than nothing. Rose, you ain't to blame. Ain't no man could ask for a woman to be a better wife than you. I'm responsible for it. I then got myself into a pattern of worrying about everyone else that I forgot about myself.
What was I there for then? That was my job, not somebody else's.
Rose, I couldn't try all my life to live a clean, to live decent or useful life. I didn't try to be a good husband to you the best way I knew how. Maybe I come into the world backwards, but when you're born with 2 stripes on you before you reach the plate, you gotta guard it closely. Always looking for the curveball in the inside corner. You can't afford to let it get past you. You can't afford to call it right. But if you go down, you're going down swinging. Everything up against you, back against the wall. What are you gonna do? I fooled them, Rose. I bunted. When I found you and Corey and a halfway decent job, I was safe. Couldn't nothing touch me. I wasn't gonna strike out anymore. I wasn't gonna go back to the penitentiary. I wasn't gonna be laying out in the streets with a bottle of wine. I was safe. I had a family. I had a job. I was them first, just waiting for one of those boys to knock me in, to bring me home. But then I saw that gal, and, well, it got me thinking that maybe I could steal second. Do you understand that, Rose? After 18 years, I wanted to steal second.
You should have held me tight. You should have grabbed me and held on.
I've been standing on first. 18 years, and I just thought, well, go on for it.
We ain't talking about no baseball. We talking about you going off with another woman and bringing it home to me. That's what we talking about. We ain't talking about no baseball.
Well, you ain't listening to me. I'm trying to tell you the best way you have. It's not easy for me to admit that I've been standing in the same place for 18 years.
Well, I've been standing with you. I've been right here with you, Troy. I've got a life too. I gave 18 years of my life to stand in the same spot as you. Don't you think I ever wanted other things? Don't you think I ever had dreams and hopes? What about my life? What about me? Don't you think it ever crossed my mind to want to know other men? That I wanted to lay up somewhere and forget about my responsibilities? That I wanted someone to laugh and make me feel good? You ain't the only one that got wants and needs. I held on to you, Troy. I took on my feelings, my wants, my needs, my dreams, and I buried them inside you. I planted a seed inside you, and I watched and prayed over it. I planted myself inside you and waited to bloom. It didn't take me no 18 years to realize the soil was hard and rocky and ain't never gonna bloom. I held on to you, Troy. I held you tighter. You was my husband. I owed you everything I had, everything I could find to give you. And upstairs in that room with darkness falling in on me, I gave everything I had to fight the urge that you was the finest man in the world. And wherever you went, I wanted to be there with you because you was my husband. Because that was the only way I was going to survive as your wife. You always talking about what you give, what you don't have to give, but you take too. You take, and you don't even know when nobody's giving.
You say I give and I don't take?
Troy, let go of
You
me.
say I give and I don't take?
Troy, my arm, let go.
I've been giving you everything I have. Don't you tell that lie on me.
Troy!
Don't you tell that lie on me.
The seeker is the mystery that the seeker needs to know. I was curious. That's all you need in life is curiosity. So that was acting. And that's how I started my journey. And I had enough curiosity to know not only could I perform magic and inhabit these people, but what could they give me?
How are you feeling tonight? What does this mean to you to win this award?
It means that people are celebrating the impact of my work. And I think, I've always been considered a humble woman, and I think that's still very much true, but I think I'm at a time in my life where it's time to celebrate myself.
Viola Davis is one of the most celebrated actresses of our time, but her journey to stardom is one marked by struggle, resilience, and an unshakable commitment to her craft. Born on August 11, 1965 in St. Matthews, South Carolina, Viola Davis's early life was shaped by poverty and adversity. She was born on a former plantation and raised in Rhode Island, where she and her siblings faced immense hardship. Her family struggled to make ends meet, with school lunches often being their main meal of the day. Viola's father, who was abusive, made her childhood even more difficult. But despite these challenges, Davis found solace and strength in something that would ultimately change her life: acting. Viola and her sister, Dolores Grant, found a way to cope with the difficulties of their upbringing. They escaped into the theater, creating skits and performing in local contests. It was in these moments, in the creative space of storytelling, that they found a sense of joy, purpose, and a sense of being seen. This love for the stage was not just an escape, it was a lifeline. As Viola recalls, winning was our way of being valued and being seen. Determined to pursue acting, Viola enrolled in classes and eventually earned a full scholarship to Juilliard, one of the most prestigious performing arts schools in New York City. It was there that she honed her craft, shaping herself into the powerhouse performer we know today. She entered a world that was both thrilling and demanding, yet she was resolute in her mission to be heard and to tell the stories that mattered.
Goes to Viola Davis for King Hedwig. And the Tony Award goes to Viola Davis in Fences.
Viola's journey from the stage to the screen was not an easy one, but over time her talent was undeniable. She broke down barriers in both television and film, earning acclaim for her powerful performances. Her breakout role came in 2001 when she starred in August Wilson's King Hedley II on Broadway, earning critical recognition in her first Tony nomination. But it was in 2008 that Davis won her first Tony Award for her portrayal of the tragic, complex character of Tanya in King Hedley II, where she took home the prize for Best Featured Actress in a Play.
And the reason why they do that is because they've already planned what they want to do, and that other actor, whatever they're giving them, is interfering with that. That's not how it works. You got to say yes to your partner. If they're giving you a line in a certain way, guess what? You got to get up off your double snakes and use that. That's my process of
Viola Davis's career is not just a story of awards and accolades. It is a testament to perseverance, to finding strength in vulnerability, and to never giving up no matter the odds. Through every challenge and every triumph, she has reminded the world that greatness is born from the heart, from a deep sensitivity to life, and from the courage to tell stories that needed to be heard.
Cora G. Best is a significant opera and theater history. The show was one of the first major operas to feature predominantly black characters and performers, particularly classically trained singers. While the show has received criticism for stereotyping African Americans with depictions of drug abuse, poverty, and prostitution, the opera initially provided a platform for African American artists at a time when racial segregation was prevalent. George and Ira Gershwin penned this opera and its music, deeply rooted in American jazz and blues. It's widely recognized as a powerful expression of African American culture. Cora G. Best has been revived on Broadway 7 times, most recently in 2012, Andra McDonald and Norm Willis Lewis-led production.
original Shuffle Along premiered in 1921 at the 63rd Street Music Hall. It ran for 504 performances, a remarkably successful spin for that time. One of the most notable all-black hit Broadway shows, it was a landmark in African-American musical theater, credited with inspiring the Harlem Renaissance in the 1920s and 30s. Shuffle Along also launched the careers of notable black performing artists Josephine Baker, Adeline Hall, Florence Mills, Freddie Washington, and Paul Robeson. A 2016 adaptation, Shuffle Along, were the maker of the musical sensation of 1921 and all that followed, focused on the challenges of mounting the original production as well as its lasting effects on the Broadway and race relations.
Ended, and Tony nominations are just days away. The final show of the season was one for the history books, and from the history books. Shuffle Along brought back a musical hit from 1921 that's gone down in history for being the first show with an all-black creative team. But this isn't just a classic revival. The show's been unearthed by two bona fide Broadway geniuses, director George C. Wolfe and choreographer Savion Glover. So this Shuffle Along tells the story behind the story of the legendary show. After a long preview period that saw the show heavily revived in front of audiences, the final product burst onto the stage of the Music Box Theater on April 28th in front of an adoring VIP crowd, who stood and cheered and then kissed and congratulated the stars at Private Bash at Pier 60 and Chelsea Piers. Oh, did I forget to mention the stars? Because Shuffle Along has one of the best casts in recent memory. Want to see Audra McDonald, Billy Porter, Brian Stokes-Mitchell, Joshua Henry, Brandon Victor Dixon, Adrian Warren, and some of the most dazzling dancers in town all together on one stage? Then shuffle along to the Music Box Theater.
Everybody thinks I'm crazy. They say I've gone mad. Everybody thinks I'm hazy, lost in the sense I ever had. When they see me shake, it makes them shiver. When I do bubble break, it makes them quiver, but I'm not insane. I'm not to blame. The cause of it all isn't in my brain. Just because I like to do it go in the usual slow style. Just because I do a little it go like on the Hawaiian now. 'Cause I kick like a donkey and jump way back. 'Cause I act like a monkey and ball of jack. And like a missing in me, I do the shimmy, keep my shoulders shaking till you hear them crack. Because you always see my feet shuffling. Because I act like a rat. Though I seem a little hazy, I ain't crazy. I'm just simply full of jazz, 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 jazz. I'm just simply full of jazz. Just because I like to do a regular slow style. Just because I do a little like on the Hawaii now. 'Cause I kick like a donkey and jump way back. 'Cause I act like a monkey, ball of jack. And like Miss Minnie, I do the shimmy, keep my shoulders shaking till you hear them crack. Because you always see my feet shuffling. Because I act like a rat. Though I seem a little hazy, I ain't crazy. I'm just full of jazz, 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 full of jazz.
Audra McDonald.
Audra McDonald.
Audrey McDonald.
Audra McDonald.
Winner is Audra McDonald.
I don't know what else to say. I'm completely overwhelmed and grateful, and I don't believe it, really. I'm very, very lucky in that I'm in a situation and a place in history where I don't have to deal with the racism and the misogyny like what people like Lena Horne and Bessie Smith and Billie Holiday had to deal with. And because of the fights that they fought, I am able to be here.
And I need to thank my family. I love you so much, and I'm so glad you're here with me tonight. Thank you. I need to thank the incredible cast and crew of Masterclass, and especially my love.
Christmas morning, happy, murder happy.
Here, and there's such love and other things in our cast, but the main thing there is commitment and love of the story we're telling. And so I love that cast, and thank you to them. Thank you to all of you. My family, I just want to thank my beautiful husband, Peter Donovan, our gorgeous daughter, Zoe Donovan, and this belongs to Lorraine Hansberry. She is brilliant, she's prescient, and she is a legend who will always be around. Thank you so very, very much.
How to do with that money, Lena? You ought to go off somewhere, just like South America or Europe. Just go on off and have yourself a ball for once in your life.
A little girl with a pot belly and afro puffs, hyperactive and overdramatic. And I found the theater, and I found my home, and I found a place to express myself. And I was so grateful, even at the age of 9. Disobeying the doctor's orders and not medicating their hyperactive girl and finding out what she was into instead, and pushing her into the theater. Thank you, Mom.
What a little moonlight can do. See, all I ever wanted was a beautiful home and some kids. I love kids, and I never had any.
The singer and actor Audra McDonald, born July 3, 1970, with love shown from her family of musicians, pianists, and singers. Raised in Fresno, California. When Audra was older, she went to Juilliard School in New York for classical voice training. Audra's Broadway debut, portraying Aya in the musical The Secret Garden in 1992 to 1993, that started her career for success, leading into winning 6 Tony Awards, 2 Grammys, and the National Media of Arts, awarded by Obama. She won those 6 Tony Awards for her roles in Carousel 1994, Masterclass 1996, Ragtimes 1998, A Raisin in the Sun 2004, Porgy and Bess 2012, and Lady Day at Emerson's Bar and Grill 2014. Other Tony-nominated roles were Mary Christian 2000, 110 in the Shade 2007, Frankie and Johnny in the Laird de Lune 2020, and Ohio State Murderers 2023. For all those, she also had ADHD. A quote she said about it was, "I want to thank my mom and dad up in heaven for disobeying the doctor's orders and not medicating their hyperactive daughter." Now she is married to Swenson with 1 child who is now 23 years old, as Audra is now 53 years old, still actively pursuing her acting career.
Once on This Island was nominated for 16 Tony Awards and won Best Revival of a Musical. The play examines race, class, and gender division between the island's white French upper classes and its black peasants. Starring Tony Award winner LaChanze as Timon, Once on This Island tells the story of a fearless peasant girl who falls in love with the wealthy boy from the other side of the island. When the divided cultures keep them apart, Timon is guided by the powerful island gods, Erzuli, Asaka, Tapage, and Agwe, on a remarkable quest to reunite with the man who has captured her heart. The musical is based on the novel My Love, by Rosa Guy.
morning we continue our look at this year's award winners with a remarkable dancer and choreographer, Bill T. Jones. Recently, he spoke with Julie Chen about his life on stage.
For more than 30 years, Bill T. Jones has been redefining American dance both as one of its most powerful performers and provocative choreographers. In 2007, Jones choreographed the Tony Award-winning Spring Awakening on America's biggest stage, Broadway. His dances captured the essence of youthful rebellion and teen angst.
I mean, just the choreography of it was so much more physical.
Oh, yes.
And you won a Tony for that.
Yes, I did.
What was that like?
Oh, have you seen it on YouTube?
Bill T. Jones.
It was like, you know, your first kiss or something like that. Wow!
But Jones hasn't always gone through life dancing in the aisles. The son of migrant farmers, Jones grew up poor in a predominantly white town in upstate New York. He attended Binghamton University on a track scholarship. But he found himself in theater classes. Soon, he was madly in love with dance and fellow dance student, Arnie Zane. The openly gay interracial couple took on the world together, rethinking the shape of American dance and theater in the process. They put all of their talent into the Bill T. Jones, Arnie Zane Dance Company.
This was not New York City Ballet. This was not the Graham Company. This was something that came out of sandlot gymnastics, out of rock and roll. We were just sort of making it up as we went along.
But just 6 years later, the powerful duet was shattered.
How did you work through the pain when he died at age 39 of AIDS-related lymphoma?
I had to just keep working. When the tears stopped, back in the studio, back up on stage, as my mother says, life ain't nothing, child, but putting one foot in front of another.
And with the ambition and soul that defines him, he did just that.
What is the creative process like for you?
Starts with a question oftentimes. What if I did this to this music?
Jones has charged into uncharted territory over the years, tackling social issues the best way he knows how, through dance.
Not everyone can be a citizen.
With more than 140 works for his company, Jones has expanded his horizons to also include operas and TV. And just this past year, at the age of 58, he won his second Tony for the critically acclaimed Fela.
This year's recipient, Bill T. Jones.
But even as Bill T. Jones accepts the highest honor his country can bestow on an artist, it's clear he's not planning to sit down anytime soon.
Nobody defines me, and just because you understand what I have done, you will never know what I'm going to do. Let's dance.
Zombie. Zombie. Some people will go unless you tell them to go. Some people will stop unless you tell them to stop. Some people will turn unless you tell them to turn. Some people will think unless you tell them to think. Hey! Zombie. Zombies! Zombies no go unless you tell them to go. Zombies no go stop unless you tell them to stop. Zombies no go turn unless you tell them to turn. don't talk no sense, don't die, so go and kill, go and die, go and burn, pushing for reverse side, go and die, go and die, go and burn, pushing for reverse side, go and kill, go and die, go and burn, pushing for reverse side, go and kill, go and die. Attention, quick march, slow march, left turn, right turn, about turn, double up, so loose, open your hat, stand at ease, fall in, fall out, fall down, get ready, quick march, slow march, left turn, right turn, about turn, double up, so loose, open your hat, stand at ease, fall in, fall out, fall down, get ready, halt! Some boys stand like this all day on the street corner until the Amurakuta sees him and says, Ota! Ha! This quick march, slow march, left turn, right turn, above turn, double up, forward, open your hat, stand at ease, fall in, fall out, fall down, get ready, quick march, slow march, left turn, right turn, above turn, open your hat, stand at ease, fall in, fall out, fall down, get ready, halt! Something will